All right, so here, let's take a look at what we've got. I'm going to say that that left-hand side is a bit more complicated than that right-hand side. So we'll start with the sine squared t over 1 minus the cosine of t squared. Now, if I cheat and look over at the right-hand side, well, it's definitely not cheating, but just looking over here, I know that I want a 1 minus cosine on bottom. I just have an extra one, right? Because I'm taking 1 minus cosine squared. So it might be a good first step would be to write it out so I can see the part that I want to end up with. 1 minus cosine t. But then, of course, that's times itself, 1 minus cosine t. But if I have any hope of making the right side, then I need something on top to cancel with one of these, and sine squared is not going to do it. It's got to be something involving cosine, right? But then we know that anytime I see sine squared, I can get a cosine. Oops, let me get my eraser here. I can get a cosine by just taking 1 minus cosine squared. And that still can't cancel anything out for me, but then this is where it's important that I recognize what type of thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at a difference of squares, right? One is squared, cosine is squared, and it's a difference. So that is always going to factor into 1 plus cosine of t, 1 minus the cosine of t. And this is going to give us exactly what we want, because I'll be getting those 1 minus cosine t's canceling. And then what I'm left with is exactly that right-hand side.